Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another future match commentary on the channel today. So this is going to be round 5 of the LCS that is currently going on this weekend, and this will be the last match of the night, so if you guys have been enjoying the constant uploads, thank you guys for sticking with me here. And for tomorrow, I'm going to be doing live duel commentaries for the most part, so definitely be on the lookout for those. But we're going to be featuring here Franco Persano, he switched his initials here, playing, it is Virtual World, versus Eteeyen Ita, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, playing Zoodiac Eldlich. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. These players are both currently XO, so they're both vying for top positions. And it looks like Zoodiac Eldlich has won the RPS and is choosing to go first. So the opener is going to be Whiptail, Golden Lord, Ashe, Tenki, and Scarlet. So this hand is alright. It's not ideal, but he has access to both engines, a little bit of redundancy and not that many defensive cards, but it's enough to get started. He's only really going to have Trident and Ashe for disruption though, unless he like really wants to use a lot of resources, but I don't think that's like super good here. And then for Virtual World, it's going to be Ashe, Nibiru, Desires, Lily, and Lulu. So Sand is also semi-decent to where he can play, but it's not ideal either. And these hand traps aren't super great in this particular case. So we're going to see how it pans out. We're going to activate Tenki, that gets Ashed. I can see a case for ashing Tenki, just because like Zoo Eldritch doesn't play that many zoos, and pure zoo doesn't really... It has fallen off quite a lot in popularity. But I don't know. I feel like if you're expecting them to be on Zoo Eldritch, then stopping the Scarlet's generally better. I don't know. I feel like... Well, I guess maybe if your deck has a harder time against Trident specifically, then yeah, that could be a reasonable case. Because like Virtual World can struggle if your hand is normal summon reliant, such as this one. Yeah, so I guess the Ashe was okay. But he has a Whiptail anyways, so it didn't really matter. Gonna go ahead and go for Hammercom, Borbo, and then Trident. Set Scarlet and then pass. Yeah, you have to put it in this zone. Everyone's been doing this, but just in case you guys aren't aware, there's the Rock Link 2 that's been getting popularity. I'm gonna try and remember its name. Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. But it's the Link 2 that allows you to basically switch zones. It's Geonator Transverser. So yeah, this is the zone you want to put it into play around that card. He's going to pass. Fraternity draws a Psychic Soldier that rides into battle against the security forces on Currents of Lightning using an autonomic amplifier called Psyframe. Yeah, he's going to need Desires to get him there. Desire is going to go ahead and banish Tem. It's probably going to get Ashe. Yeah, and now you get Tridented, and that is suddenly the end of your engine. Yeah, this is not looking too good for Virtual World. He might just pass, honestly. Oh, he's going to Battle Phase to bluff evenly main deck. I kind of like that. Actually, let's see what was banished. Let's see. 2 Chuche, 2 Lao Lao. Oh my. That is not good. Those are like some of the cards that you really want to have access to. So, yeah, pretty unlucky. Yeah, he's going to pass. Yeah, I don't think it's worth like ever playing into Trident there if you know you can't. Like, if you know you're just going to get popped, like, why bother? Your deck's probably not going to... Or the deck you're playing against isn't going to OTK you most likely, so you can afford to take a turn off. N3sh is going to use Scarlet to summon out Golden Lord and then pass. He's going to draw Torrential, which has seen its way into the main deck quite a lot here. I do enjoy it. I think it's really, really good against this deck specifically. I guess it has a good matchup. It's weird to say cards have good matchups, but like it's good in this matchup. That's what I should say. So yeah, he's in a good spot. Battle Phase, going to attack for 25. Set Torrential in main phase 2, and then can Scarlet to set a Wakero. Yeah, you definitely do this over Conquistador. Because there's not too many decks that play Desires at the moment, so you can like reasonably assume that they're on Virtual World. In that case, like you definitely want to like hit the Qinglong, because you already have the... Basically, this is Conquistador, right? So you don't need another one. He's going to go ahead and pass. Fraternity draws Kowloon. That's decent, actually. This can get him out of this mess. So, like, he can go and activate Qinglong and then, like, try and negate Trident. And then that puts them in kind of like a catch-22. To where it's like, if they pop the Kowloon, then, like, they'll get value. Although he has Wakero anyways. So, it might not be enough. We'll see. Main phase 1 going to activate Kowloon. That's going to go ahead and activate Qinglong from deck. And then he's going to Trident immediately. just so that he doesn't get the extra Kowloon in the banish pile in case he happens to have Chuche. I kind of like that. I think it's good. Because if you're going to use it, like, there's not really a whole point in giving them that extra banish, so might as well. Especially when you're going to banish it with Walk Arrow anyway, because that would actually be the second one, so yeah, that's definitely good. He's going to Walk Arrow away the Xinglong here. And now he's going to have to hope that the Virtual Worlds in hand can get him there, but that's against a TT. Normal summon Lulu, activate Lily, that's going to target the Lulu, sending another copy of Xinglong and then a Chuche. He has not used the Xinglong yet because it did get banished, of course, so he can still use that. So banish it to search for a copy of Gigi, and then get rid of Driver. And then activate Gigi, target a monster, sending another Xinglong. He didn't actually banish any off Desires, that's pretty decent. Oh, this is a little bit awkward though, because this is the third Chuche. Which means that he's going to have a hard time recycling his resources now. Because unless he has access to Nian later, it's going to be tough. He's going to Torrential and Summon here actually, so didn't even really matter. Yeah, that is one of the reasons why Torrential is super good. Is just that, like, this matchup, it's kind of hard to play around if, like, you're not actively looking for it. But even in this case, like, what can you do, right? You're against a Golden Lord and you're against a Whiptail. Like a Trident, or Whiptail to Trident, so you have to, like, out the board somehow. So I think you didn't really have a choice. You had to play into Torrential there. N3sh is going to go ahead and resolve Gigi, that adds back the Lulu. And then pass. Vitullo draws another Torrential, that's really good. So now I can go Golden Lord to send away Tanky, and they can, like, go Walk Arrow, and that's pretty good. Golden Lord, do that, and then summon itself, attack for 3,500. And then main phase 2, set Torrential, and then end phase, go ahead and banish the Walk Arrow. That's going to set a Scarlet. So it only has the one interruption, but, like, it's going to be good enough. Game state's very simplified. Fraternity draws the Foolish Goods. That is horrible in this case. It is going to be pitch fodder for the Xinglong, though, I guess. It's bad because all three of his Xinglongs are out of the deck, and all three of the Chuche, so there's actually just nothing good to send. Unless he plays, I guess, Metaphors Fusion. I don't imagine people are still on that, though. He's going to go Xinglong to go ahead and banish itself. That's going to search Lalo. And then pitch Nibiru. Okay, so maybe he's planning for, like, maybe, like, a later use of this. I guess Nibiru is just more dead in this matchup. Normal summon, Lulu. Activate Lalo. It's going to send Kowloon. Yeah, I can't send Nian, unfortunately. And then bring back Gigi, and then just Torrential here again. And this doesn't even die, so it's, like, really good. Yeah, he's going to admit defeat there. Not a whole ton he could have done in that position. And so we're going to move to game 2, where we're going to see Virtual World go first. The opening hand for Virtual World is going to be Lao, Lulu, Nian, Ash, and Desires. So again, a hand that could be helped immensely by Desires. But otherwise, decent. And then for Zoodiac Eldlich, it's going to be Ash, Conquistador, Droplet, Whiptail, and Scarlet. Droplet's an interesting choice just because, like, Chuche pop is very real, but if they don't have it, then it's decent. This hand is also pretty fine. Has Ash as well for the Desires, both games. Main phase 1, gonna banish 10 and then draw 2. Except not because Ash. So let's see. Double Xinglong, I see. I think double Lalo again. Oh my. That is not very good. Man is getting a little unlucky here. But he can play, and it's a little bit better than the last time, because he at least has a good normal summon in Nian. Or, like, a decent one, at least. Normal summon Nian, then go ahead and fire off this Lulu. That's gonna send Chuche to search for Kowloon. Gonna activate Kowloon to set a Chuche from deck, face up. And then synchro away for a starter's charge. I can draw a card. It draws another Nian, which is not ideal, but it's okay, I guess. Actually, it's not very good. He already normal summoned. It's gonna be pretty dead this turn. Lalo gonna go ahead and send Xinglong. Well, at least it's pitch fodder for the Xinglong. So we can bring back a Lulu here and then bring back Nian. He's not gonna bring back Nian here. Okay. So he's just gonna go ahead and synchro away for a Crocodragon. That's gonna draw another card. Draws another Kowloon. Geez, these draws are just super dead. He has not used yugioh yet. That could be the next one. Banish Chuche. Okay, so he's going to hold it. He hasn't used Qinglong yet, I'm just making sure. So he's going to raise the Lao Lao by 3 to just go straight into Croc. Or sorry, VFD with the Croc. Detach, Calling Light, and then using the Qinglong. That's going to grab yugioh. I do wonder if you do summon it just to try and get something back. Yeah, he's going to. Sending a Nyan, and that's going to trigger the other Nyan. Wonder what he makes. Curious. Maybe a Bamboozling? Who knows? Oh, he's going to Synchro away. Okay. He's going to go for a yugioh. So just as a body, I guess. That's better than nothing, I suppose. And then he can like end phase, add back the Lao Lao or the Lulu. He doesn't have any Qinglongs in grave at the moment. I think the other two are banished, so probably gonna use N3sh cycle then in that case. Yeah, he recycled a face down Qinglong, it looks like, because there's only one banished now. Actually, we could just check the logs, that'd be easier. Return banish Qinglong. There we go. And then end phase, resolving yugioh, that adds back the Lulu. And then pass. This is pretty decent. Fraternity draws Skullmeister, that would have been good to have. You know, call light. And yeah, droplet again doesn't work here because he has Chuche. He's not in a bad spot though. I mean, he could just try and play Eldlich. It's gonna be tough. Maybe you like change droplet. Oh, that's hard. Like maybe you change droplet pitch Meister. Or wait, So in response, your opponent cannot activate cards or the effects of cards with the same type. So it is tricky because like you want both of these. Maybe you go droplet pitch both to hit these two. Can't respond with Chuche. You can out the board because you have a zoo. Yeah, this is actually not bad. This is pretty good. I think Zoodiac Eldlich can win this game. For sure. Yeah, you send away 2. You can't get hit with Chuche. Well, they just Chuche pop your zoo, actually. Yeah, I don't know. It's not very good. Yeah, maybe this actually isn't that good, huh? Huh. Is there a way out of this one? Not very likely. Let's just see what he does. Oh, he immediately scoops. I think I would have at least tried to play that one out. I mean, your opponent already knows the matchup, right? So, unless if it's like really far into time, I don't really think there's much of a point. Yeah, I probably would have played that out. Like, it was 18 minutes in. I probably would have tried. But we're going to go ahead and move on to game 3 here. If you guys are enjoying the commentary, definitely be sure to like the video as well as subscribe for more similar videos to this one. But we are going to see Zoodiac Eldlich go first into game 3. Holy. Ah, man, you can tell I've been commentating 5 matches today, huh? So the opening hand is going to be for Zoodiac Eldlich, Scarlet, Dimensional Barrier, Curse Eldland, Ram, and Walkero. So D-Barrier is an interesting side choice. Good against this deck in particular. And pretty good against Drytron too, because you can just call it Ritual. So yeah, all around okay side card actually right now. But otherwise, yeah, this hand is very good. And then for Virtual World, it's going to be Lao Lao, Qinglong, Kowloon, Talents, and Lulu. So this hand's also really good. They both open to like some of the best cards in their entire engines. So pretty interested to see how this is going to play out. Gonna activate Curse Eldon in main phase 1. That's gonna pay 100 to search for a copy of Conquistador. He doesn't have to pop his own Trident, pop his own Curse Eldon with Trident, so he can just keep all of his Eldritch cards and have more stuff for next turn. That's very strong. You really like that when that's the case. He's gonna just overlay over Ram for a Trident. Set 3 and then pass. Huh. I'm interested as to why he's set Conquistador here. Because like the game 1, he went Wakero because he already had the Trident, and he's not valuing the Wakero here. Maybe he just wants more of the VWs off the board. And then like play off Dimensional Barrier instead. Could be the case. I feel like this also already like loses to massive back row wipes though, so I mean you could just like commit the extra Wakero. But again, this doesn't actually lose that bad because like you just chain D barrier and then like you have your Eldritch stuff in rotation. So maybe it was fine to hold this. I think it was okay. But he's gonna draw a copy of Foolish Goods, and then activate Kowloon. That's gonna set a Qinglong face up. He's going to immediately use Scarlet. That's gonna summon out Golden Lord, and then he's going to Conquistador the Qinglong right away. He's gonna activate a Qinglong again. That's gonna banish Kowloon to target Trident. He's doing things a little bit differently than he did in the previous game, game 1, where like this time he let the Kowloon actually get banished, and he didn't like value the Wakera this time. I don't know. It feels like I'm not really sure what exactly changed to where he changed his line of play, but he definitely like is in comparable game positions and is making different decisions, which is kind of interesting to note. But he's gonna hit the Qinglong anyways. That can go ahead and grab a search here. He's gonna Talents first to get the Trident. So maybe he's just not valuing. Maybe he just doesn't think this is Wakero. It could have been. Because it could have been worth to like maybe take this. Maybe he's just expecting this to be a Torrential. Well, I guess if he takes this, he could go into Zeus, because VW does play Zeus. So that's also a thing. Yeah, I guess there's like, do you want to stop Wakero versus do you want to make Zeus? And then like, what do you expect the back row to be? Do you expect it to be like a Torrential? Because like you saw it twice in game 1. Definitely possible. He's going to switch the Trident to attack position and go battle phase and attack, dealing 14 to himself. And then going to go ahead and go for Zeus. And then he's going to activate it, chain D barrier, calling Synchro probably. Yeah, I guess you don't mind all your stuff going to grave. You don't have to call XC there, because like your opponent hasn't used Qinglong yet, and they have 3 cards in hand. All of your cards basically float, so yeah, definitely calling Synchro there was the good play. He's gonna use a Cursed Eldon to send the Wakero. So he's only able to use that in the end phase. And Franco has all of his virtual worlds. I mean, he doesn't have the ability to synchro, to synchro this turn, but it's not horrible. He's gonna go ahead and actually add Nian off the Qinglong, and then get rid of the Foolish Goods. Normal summon the Niam, special summon Lulu. Use that effect to. He already used Kowloon, right? So sending the trap won't really do much. Maybe just send another spell to search the trap straight up. Yeah, he's gonna do that. Grabbing Chuche. He's gonna set Chuche and pass turn. If you played Gossip Shadow, it could have been like decent there, but I don't think it would have been that great, to be honest, because he's on his Eldlich engine to be for the most part. N3sh gonna use Wakero. That's gonna set Scarlet, and then Fraternity draws a Skullmeister. Geez, again, another turn where this was a turn later than when like all the Virtual World stuff already fired. He's gonna use Golden Lord in Graveyard. Like, see, this could have been like Gossip Shadowed. That way, like, well, I guess there's Zeus living, doesn't really matter because it's not really live anyways. He might even choose to not kill the Zeus. But if you do that, you risk him overlaying Zeus on top of Zeus. Let's see. So he's going to go battle phase, attack over the Zeus. Okay, fair enough. It does leave them with a tuner and a non-tuner, however. I mean, granted, this is protected, so they can't like Coral Dragon pop it, but there's definitely ways to out this card. Going to go ahead and set Wakero. End phase, activate Scarlet and Conquistador to set Conquistador and Scarlet. And now he has all of his Eldritch stuff, and he has Skullmeister. This is actually pretty decent. But Franco's not in a bad spot either. So we'll have to see. This has become quite a grind. For Trainer draws another Lao Lao, that's not very good. I mean, it's pitch fodder at worst. He's going to use Qinglong. That's going to get Meistered. Yeah, that's quite good. Let's see. He hasn't used Chuche, so he's going to use Chuche just in response to what he knows is Conquistador. He doesn't know about the Walkero necessarily. So we'll see how that ends up playing out. It might not even be that good here, the Walkero, because he already had Meister. And, like, there was 2 Qinglongs and Graves, so it had to be the Meister. He's going to Synchro 6 for Juju. Gonna Walkero here. This banishes, let's see, 2 monsters with the same original type and attribute but different names. So he's going to banish the Nian. Perhaps? So that he can't use this. Yeah, he's gonna banish Nian. I mean, Nian could recycle. Yeah, he's gonna recycle Qinglong. But I think you take that trade. Just because, like, there's nothing that's better for this to hit anymore because Qinglong already resolved. So I think that's fine. And you don't really mind, you know, you don't really want to use your Chuche there. Like, Eteeyen knows that Chuche is set because it was searched off Lulu last turn. So, like, he has to know that this Conquistador is not going to fire. Lalo going to go ahead and be used. I could just actually send a Nian if he wants to, and then bring back Lulu and bring back Nian. But then that's like all tuners. I mean, it's going to be all tuners no matter what. Well, he has Juju actually. So he's going to send Chuche instead to level modulate. It's going to summon back Lulu. Let's see. He's going to go for a Shen and start banishing. So he's going to go battle phase, attack into Golden Lord, or sorry, Walkero. Jeez. I guess he could just main phase 2, make a VFD. If he wants to. He's going to use Shen also to recycle a resource. Could recycle the Nian if he wants to. This recycles only monsters, right? Yeah, banish monster. Yes, it has to be the Nian. Yep. Main phase 2, going to use Chuche. And then raise Lao, and then go for VFD. And he's going to pass. There's no... Oh, no, there's a Scarlet in here. I stand corrected. So that can get a Walkero if he plays 3. Kind of doubt it. Probably going to be Conquistador. That's going to be the last one. Interesting. He's going to Conquistador in the end phase. That's going to be with Chuche. Not really anything surprising there. But notably, by recycling the Nian, he no longer has the ability to Chuche during his opponent's turn. So that may be relevant. He's going to go ahead and banish Scarlet. Yeah, that's going to set Conquistador. So could definitely be relevant, actually. Draw Ash for turn. That's not going to be very helpful here. He's going to shotgun the VFD calling. We don't see what attribute. So we don't know. But let's see. Conquistador. That can't be met with Chuche because there's not enough targets. So let's see. He's going to, hit the Chuche. I think that's correct. And then going to go for a Golden Lord after switching his 1 on field to defense position. So he's going to wall up here. He's pretty much out of his Eldlich engine. He has no more Conquistadors. He has no more Scarlets. He probably has no more Walkeros. Yeah, this is just all the Eldlich engine. He has no more Lords even. Gonna draw Ash for turn. So I think Virtual World just wins this, right? Because you can Shen, and then you can go Lao, and you have Qinglong and Graves, so surely that's good. Or you can use Qinglong to like bait the Ash, and then once you know that you have nothing to worry about, you just go ahead and go. Just make plays. Gonna banish 2, summon out Shen. Go for Qinglong, that's gonna be Ashed, and now you don't even have to like worry about Nibiru. I mean, you had this to call light anyway if you wanted to, but not really that big of an issue. Lao can go ahead. And that is going to be the end of it. So, just like that. Oh, we didn't see what was summoned there. Hang on, what did he reveal? Oh, he's playing Xiaofang. Phantom of the Yangzing. Very interesting. Because I guess there are worms in this deck, so you can, like, turn off Earths. That's actually pretty... Oh, that's a interesting thing to think about. That would actually, like, be definitely relevant if, like, Adamancipator was still in the format, for example. But Yeah, a solid showcase of Virtual World versus Zoodiac Eldlich. Fairly grindy, decent back and forth. VFD definitely did its work, but I mean, that's VFD for you. I think maybe it was still worth playing out game 2 from Eteeyen's side. It was unlikely that he was able to come out of that game with a victory, but it was still possible. It was just a low percentage chance, and maybe he didn't want to like waste time. Actually, yeah, with 42 minutes, because these rounds are 50 minutes for LCS, so that is kind of cutting it close, I guess. So reasonable. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me via Patreon or TCG Player. All the links in the description as always. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.